Hello everyone! And today, we're back for another Loomian Legacy PvP video. And today, we're going to be showcasing Vengeance Very Brawny Specialty Glove Cervolen. And this is the ultimate revenge killer in all of Loomian Legacy. And a lot of people are calling Vengeance Cervolen too overpowered. So I'm going to try it out today with Adaptive Assault, Mega Chomp to hit light types and metal types for neutral damage. I have Raging Tackle as my move to hit the slower Loomians, Adaptive Assault to hit the faster Loomians, and I have Ill Will in case I get burned or poisoned, meaning that will actually be stronger than Raging Tackle. Vengeance is my ability. When this Loomian witnesses an ally get knocked out in battle, its next attack will hit with double the strength. TP's 200 in the melee attack, 24 in the melee defense, 200 in the speed, 72 in the health, 4 in the energy. Now, I do have a foolish nature on this, but if you have a tender nature and 24 in the range defense, you can actually have more range defense than melee, but I wanted to keep its melee defense relatively high in case I wanted to run Body Crash in the future. Now, the team I am using with Vengeance Cervolen is a sack and smack team. So basically, offense, offense, more offense, just offense. And I have one bulky Loomian with Power Napper that can allow me to pivot into the battle. So, sack and smack. Let's head straight into the video. Alright, we're into battle number 1 with the sack and smack strategy. And it looks like my opponent is also using a little bit of sack and smack. Oh my god! He's using sack and smack. I gotta watch out for Celestine though, because that thing is going to be very annoying. As for everything else, Lawman's not great, but I mean, I could hit it with this. I have Barbadger, who could Spike Rush. His is more of a balanced team. Mine is just offense. It's just offense. Unfortunately, there is a Spirit type, although it is a very frail Spirit type. Oh no, he does have another one in Harv, so I gotta be a little careful with that. Gargolem is a good... Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna bring you. And yeah, that Lantorch ain't looking very nice. Oh no, I have Luminami, but it isn't my ranged defensive one, it's my melee defensive one. Do I bring Tata for like specialty boots to outspeed? Don't hit, hit. I could bring you and just wreck something. Thing is, he has a Luminami that switches in every single time though is the problem. But if I get a Braum boost I could win. But he could be Wildfire, so no, I'm gonna bring you. We're going to lead off with Lantorch and see if we can get some damage. No, we're going to lead off with Ronsador and try to get some damage right off the bat. I'll be what I do. So he's going to lead with... I feel like it's going to be Wyndolin. Celestine lead on Ronsador. Not very ideal. I kind of want to stay in, though, just to hit the Celestine. Why do I want to hit the Celestine so bad? I think it's because it's a Celestine, so I'm going to just go switch into Luma and play it safe. I know it's going to get that stupid... Uh-oh. And I didn't bring Tata to get rid of hazards. Not ideal. Not very ideal. I mean, I could Thunder Chomp, but that's not very ideal. There's a Flash and Flay. I know this is a Mystic Tone Celestine. So who will he go into this time? Yeah, those hazards are going to make this game a little bit harder to win. Oh! Okay, that's fine. Nice Thunder Chomp on the Luma. That did 0 damage. Legit did utterly 0 damage. Who underspeeds who? I think I would underspeed him. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Unless he has no UPs. Okay, I do underspeed. It could be a speed tie, though. We don't know. I gotta pivot off, though. Maybe I can get some momentum into anything offensive. Lantorch is not ideal, though. Celestine, yeah. Hi, bud. I don't like you that much. Mystic Tone didn't fire. I'm gonna go into Gargolem. I'm gonna go into Gargolem and try to hit something very hard. Yeah, it looks like Mystic Tone did not fire. Okay, so he's not Mystic Tone. Earthquake. Because if he Soul Bursts, he loses Celestine. I feel like he's a Soul Burst variant by the way he's playing. But I want to get some damage. Yeah, he's Soul Burst, Flash and Flay. Ugh, Flash and Flay on a Soul Burst. Yeah, this Celestine is going to be very annoying. I can tell right off the bat that the Celestine is going to be very annoying. How are we gonna hurt the Celesting? I don't know. It's always Celesting. Why is Celesting always annoying to beat? I wish I was Boots for this specific instance. I wish I was Boots just for this specific instance. Instead, I take a lot of damage, meaning I no longer have my Clutch plushie. I did get an Earthquake, so hopefully I get some momentum on something. Harv, nothing. No momentum. No momentum whatsoever. Well, oh my god, and it's Health Amulet. Are you kidding me? And it's Health Amulet? Oh my god, Jet Strain. At least get a little damage on the Harp. Oh my god, he switched into... Boo! I hate this thing! This thing sucks! I hate Celesting. Even the Soul Burst form I don't like. I gotta save this for later. He's gonna get free momentum. Again! He's gonna get free momentum again! I don't know what else I can do, though. I need to get it low for Vengeance Cervolen. I'm playing against what I like is the problem. I'm gonna go for a pivot, though. I'm gonna go for a pivot. Flash and play. Stayed in the flash, that's fine. So I'm gonna get a little bit of Power Napper HP. I'm kind of shocked he's not placing more barbs. He switches into his old Luma. Get a little momentum on the Luminami. Luminami might live a Dark Surge. Do I have, like, any offense I can do? Rensidor. Rensidor is my offense. Because these usually don't run range defense. Problem is, every time something comes in, I'm taking a ton of damage. Best move is the Muck Blast. I don't even care if it goes hard. Because I could potentially get a poison. Goes back into Celesting, but Celesting takes a lot of damage. Even with its very high range defense, it's going to take a lot of damage. And if I catch a poison, he is forced to Miracle Beam to get rid of the poison. So, okay, the Celesting is actually in range now. The Celesting is actually in range now. Still gotta watch out for Land Torch, but I think we're still in a decent position. Flash and Flay, more momentum. Although it's now chipped enough that I think a Vengeance from Adaptive Assault Cervolen would be enough to KO the Celesting if he doesn't immediately go Harv. Harv is the thing that scares me the most. I don't know how I'm gonna hit the Harv. So far, I haven't even got Cervolen on the field yet. I'm supposed to play Sack and Smack, not this defensive back around core. Yeah, this is a little concerning. This is indeed a little concerning, because I kind of need this. So, what if I just sack Gargoyle? Is Adaptive Assault +2? Let me just check real quick. Is Adaptive Assault +2, or is it +1? I don't remember. Let me check. Cervolen for Loomian Legacy. Is that +1 or +2? I feel like it's +1. I don't know, though. I hope I'm right, though. I want to click Raging Tackle so badly. I want to click Raging Tackle so badly. So I'm just going to Adaptive. It's a terrible mistake. I'm going to try it, though. He's going to just go Harv. Yes, Harv is still alive is the problem. I can't really Sack and Smack when this guy's still alive. Wow. A lot of damage. Doesn't matter, though, because I'm going to get completely screwed if I'm not careful. Yeah, I'm going to lose this battle. I don't have any chance versus that Celesting and Thawman. Yeah, that Celesting messed me up. At least he parried. Is there any way I can get a little momentum back into this battle? No, because his Harv is healing HP, too. So yeah, I'm not even gaining momentum. I'm going to Flash and Play again to at least get a little momentum, see what happens. Celestine comes back in. Okay, how much will this actually do? If this actually does a lot of damage, I might just go into Rensidor and call it. It's not in Rensidor range, it's not. Oh, it's not in Rensidor range. And it's not even in Land Torch range either. Oh, it's terrible. What do I do? Do I just go Cervolen and just try to Adaptive it? Yes. He's gonna go into... I don't care. Adaptive it. Adaptive it. Adaptive it. Just Adaptive it. Maybe I can catch the KO on this, because it is Celesting. Maybe I can catch the KO. Oh my god! That was a resisted hit. Well then, that was a resisted hit. Okay. I see a Cervolen. Luminami comes in for the free pivot in the Thawman. Yeah, 3 pivot in the Thawman. And I can't really... Nothing I can really do about it either. He could make a predict. I kind of just want to attack it, honestly. If I could go Land Torch... I gotta save that specifically for Thawman. Okay, I have a plan. Oh no, because he still has the other guy. Yeah, this guy can't touch Luma. This guy can, but I died to Land Torch. He's gonna get a free Flashing Flame of Thawman, and there's nothing I can do about it. Unless I make the predict, but I know he's gonna predict at some point. What I need to do is just play to my strat. Play Sack and Smack. Play Sack and Smack. That's what I gotta do. I gotta play Sack and Smack. He's gonna go Thawman. Yep, as expected, he goes Loomian. I die to this hit. I just gotta play Sack and Smack. I gotta rely on Sack and Smack to win this game. Maybe 2 Raging Tackles is enough to get the win. So there's a Deep Freeze that will KO my Luma. I'm gonna go for Raging Tackle this time. That is going to be very bold. That is going to be very bold. Especially since I'm gonna take a lot of recoil from the hard. But I am willing to make the play. If you go hard, you're screwed. That's the plan. If you go hard, you're screwed. He's thinking. He's going to stay in, isn't he? Predicting. Nope, he went hard, didn't he? Please be a 2-hit KO. I made the predict. Oh, no, I don't think. Oh, it's so close. Oh, my God, it hit so hard. How do you do so much damage, Cervolen? Cervolen, how do you do so much damage? That is actually insane on how much it actually does. Unfortunately... Oh, no, he flails. He flails, right? Flail. Oh, my God! I 1v1 Harv! 1v1 Harv, although I did take damage. I did take damage, though. So he has Luma. He has Luma, Thawman. I gotta beat that. The big Loomian I'm going to have to beat. I gotta let Cervolen go down, I think. I think I gotta let Cervolen go down. And then I gotta go Land Torch, Fire Breath. Yeah, because I can't priority it. Or I could go... Yeah, everything dies here. Yeah, I gotta let this go down. Darn, that sucks. I gotta let this go down. I have nothing I can do there. Okay. Wildfire Land Torch comes in. Thing is, he knows I'm Wildfire Land Torch is the problem. He knows that I am a Nimble Wildfire. Will he know that I am Nimble Wildfire? Will he know that, is the question. Will he know that? Or do I... I'm doubling. I'm making a double. I made a play. I doubled. He's not gonna get... He's not gonna stay in. Yes! I doubled. Okay, in a Luma. Okay. Play made. Muckblast has to catch a KO now. This is intense. He switches into Wendolin is his last one. And Wendolin outspeeds everything. Okay, yeah, we can't win anymore. We can't win anymore. Unless you are not Boots. But even then, he just goes Thawman, and he wins from there, too. So he just Mega Chomps for free. The only way I can win this battle is if I could potentially go Land Torch on something else. But he's just going to go Mega Chomp. He's going to just play smart. I mean, it's the only play I have left. It sucks. Yeah. I had no play there. I had no play there. That was my only chance of winning, because if I stayed in, I would have just lost to the Thawman anyway. So, I was just kind of screwed regardless. I know that was predictable, but that was the only play I had regardless. You might just be Boots anyway. Yeah, he was just Boots anyway. Well, that sucks. That does suck, although I can't believe the Vengeance Cervolen absolutely cooked that poor Harv. Let's head into battle number 2. Alright, we're into battle number 2 with Cervolen. I still cannot believe it actually 2-shot at that Harv. That is actually kind of insane. And this looks like a good team for it. Even though there is a Tyranics, I have Mega Chomp. And are there any other Spirit types? No! There is a Metal, though. I gotta watch out for Strat a little bit. But I do have you, and I can hit you with that. Does he have any hazards? Could potentially be icicle traps on the Lachette. I'll bring you, because you outspeed everything and you wreck everything. Gotta watch out for this guy. That guy ain't nice. I gotta watch out for that guy. Although you can be good if I use you right. Oh, do I bring it? No, I want to bring you, because you got the clutch plushie. And who should the last Loomian be? Should I bring Barbadger? Should I bring Tatab? Should I bring Luminami? I'm gonna bring Luminami for that guy. Thing is, there is Lachette, so I do gotta be a little careful. I'm gonna leave a front store again, actually. Let's see if I just get a good lead. If he leads Tyranix, I'll go Luminami and I'll just do some stuff with it. Lumala lead. Okay. This is interesting, because Ronsador hits very hard. So I just want to hit you before you even have a chance of setting up. Let's not give you free setup, shall we? Draco Beam would have been a free kill, by the way, but you know what? I don't care. Let's not let this guy beat me right off the bat, shall we? So yeah, you're forced to switch. You're forced to switch. Nope, you lose your llama. I did lose my melee defense, but that's no big deal, honestly. I got rid of the llama before it before it sweat me. Alright, llama's dead. Still has a lot of Loomians I gotta watch out for. The big one is Tyranix. Tyranix is the big one. Tyranix, Fiddleforge, a couple others too. Borealis. Yeah, Borealis is bad too. Gonna have to switch into Luma, and then I'll pivot, I think. I need to get some chip on Borealis, though, is the thing. I need chip on it. Luminami is free, though. He switched. Lachette. Tyranix. Okay, I like that. No, I don't like that matchup. It's Fog. Fog gets rid of all the abilities. So, no, I don't like this at all. I need to get rid of this ASAP. I need to get rid of this ASAP. I'm just going to Wave Wrecker. He has Flash and Flee too, meaning that he's going to go into Lachette. And he's a Gloomy Lachette, meaning he's going to hit everything for a lot of damage. Yep. I know he's a Gloomy Lachette. I don't know what I'm going to do against it, though. The tree. It's always the tree, I feel like. I feel like it's always the tree that makes games very hard. I don't know why. It's always the tree. Now, who do I switch into? Nothing. Nothing, really. Nothing can really switch into the tree. I can't go you because you have... Oh, yeah, and Wildfire anyway. Maybe if I go Cervolen, maybe I won't die immediately. Maybe the best option is to stay in. Maybe I'll just live a hit. Oh my god, he Earthquaked. Okay. He just Earthquaked. Alright. So it's free damage on Lachette. You know what? Take that free damage. He is healing from Health Amulet, though. But I need this. I need this still alive. Is there any way I can break through with whatever he has left? Maybe if I go Cervolen, live the Earthquake or Slapdown. I think this is the only option I have. Yes, I won't have Vengeance, but it won't matter if I'm switching straight into this. I want to force out Lachette. Temper Thrash, he'll take some recoil damage. And that did a lot of damage. Oh my god, it did a lot of damage. But the Lachette is chipped. Lachette is indeed chipped, meaning that I can go for Adaptive Assault for free, and that should catch the KO. He's forced to switch. I survive. Nice. I can now save Cervolen for later, unless he places hazards. And he doesn't get... And guess what? Fog doesn't come back up. Fog does not come back up. Meaning he's forced to Flash and Flee again. He's forced to Flash and Flee again, which is awesome. Yep, he's forced to Flash and Flee. And if he Temper Thrashes on Lachette, he loses his Lachette. Awesome. Then maybe I can get a Vengeance, and if he does KO me, I could probably get a Vengeance boosted hit with Cervolen. He doesn't know what to do. That's big. He went strat because he knows. And now I'm going to Thunder Chomp you. Yes! I got a Thunder Chomp hit off. I'm liking Sack and Smack right now. I actually am liking the Sack and Smack. It's going to do a lot of damage. Nice. It is frail armor, meaning that it will take a lot less from... It will take a lot more from Adapto. And it is a clutch Rageful plushie, good to know. Is there any... I kind of have to say Luma, though. If I lose Luma, I'm screwed. Am I? Not really, I have Cervolen in the back. Let's just flash and... Let's just Frost Beam in case he switches. No, just get Strain, which... I died. To a critical hit. Because of course I did. But now... That's why we do Sack and Smack. 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 Adaptive Assault should catch the KO because he's at -1. Nice. So say goodbye to the Stratosaur. Now, how do I beat the Charonix is the question. Charonix is going to be the hard Loomian to beat. He immediately went Borealis, and I have nothing that can switch into this. I could maybe go Gargolem and then go for a Rogue, but that's way too predictable. I could also go for a Lantorch play and Wildfire. I think it's better to go... Do I let Cervolen go down? Do I just get some more chip? Yes, just get some chip on Borealis. They'll do half. Oh my god! Okay! Okay then! Well then, that is something. That is a lot of damage, holy crap! I tend to underestimate how much that actually does. Wow. Gonna go for a Fire Breath here. I don't care if he goes Charonix. Charonix is back in, meaning I won't get a Wildfire boost. I won't be able to get a Wildfire boost. But that's fine, because I can actually catch the outspeed on Charonix and go for a Flare. And then if he goes Lashant, I go for a lot of damage. So yeah, Flare's free here. Flare's indeed free. I can get Charonix down to no health. He can't do that much to me anyway. So yeah, Lantorch is actually a good matchup for the Charonix. I think Lantorch can beat the rest of his team, I think. Oh yeah, that's a 2-hit KO. Nova, nothing. Awesome. And what does he have left? Okay, I know what he has left. I'm gonna Fire Breath. He switched. Made the right play. Goodbye, Lashant. Lashant's gone. Don't care, Lashant's gone. Lashant's gone. Borealis will come in. Borealis will come in, I believe. No, Charonix is back in. Okay, Charonix is back in. We just go for a Flare here. Go for a Flare. We have a win condition with... Gargolem. And that is the strat. Cervolen? That wasn't even a Vengeance boosted. I could see why people think Cervolen is kind of nuts. That was impressive. And yeah, that is AGDs. It looks like light types do actually not get affected by fog, which is huge. So, that was a nice battle number 2. I could see why a lot of people think Cervolen's powerful. Let's head into battle number 3. Battle number 3 with the Vengeance Cervolen, and this looks like a great team! If I can get rid of that Vesperatu, we're going to be in a very good situation, and the thing that's good is if I can get rid of that Ellie, Lantorch clean. So, also I could bring you for Ellie. I could bring a lot of stuff for the Ellie Guana. Just make life horrible for the Ellie. Looks like he's using kind of a Sack and Smack team as well, but he has a little bit more momentum than I do. So we're going to see how that goes. I want to leave Gargolem, and then maybe... No, he has that thing. You can hit that guy. Not that guy that hard, though, but I could Braum boost and then Rogue. So, I mean, that's an option available. And then Spike Rush. I want to bring Barbadger. Maybe a big mistake. I don't know yet. And then I'll bring you, although Himber is going to be kind of a nightmare. I'm going to have to be kind of careful versus it. In fact, I'll bring you as a lead. Don't lead Zulong. Lead Himber. Nice, lead Himber. And Vesperatu does not want to swap in. Vesperatu does not want to swap in. So, Timber Thrash is free. He could just stay in, but I don't care about that much. If he goes Vest, he takes a lot of damage. He goes Zulong, takes a lot of damage. And if this is not a specialty boot Zulong, that's a 2-hit KO. Yeah, it's a 2-hit KO if that's not a specialty boot Zulong. So we're going to see right away if he is specialty boots, because my swap ins for Zulong isn't very ideal. But hey, that's what you get for a Sack and Smack team, and he's not specialty boots, meaning I will catch an Oko early. That's basically the Sack and Smack strategy. And now that I have a lead, I can now use Vengeance to my advantage, although I still gotta get rid of that Vesperatu. Vesperatu is kind of the big threat. Metronet is also kind of a big threat, too. Now, I gotta make a play. Do I just hit Metro and then go Cervolen? Honestly, that might just be the play, honestly. Thing is, Himber is kind of a nightmare. Himber... No, I could go Runciador. If I go Runciador... Yeah, if I go Runciador, I could Draco Beam Metro. But no, it could Cycle Blast, and I'm weak to that, weak to that, weak to that. Yeah, I have to stay in and attack it. I have to stay in and attack it. He won't be able to catch the outspeed, though, but I think he's going to catch the KO. I don't think Tata catches a KO on Metro, which is unfortunate, because there's still an Eliguana and a Hember I got to worry about. There's still a lot of Loomians I got to worry about. Mainly the Vesperatu. I got to worry about that a little bit. And also, Metronet's going to get HP back from the Soul Burst. But I will get the outspeed, because I am Boots. Who knows, this might just one-shot. Not quite. Darn, not quite. Oh, I could have went into Runciador. I could have went Runciador. It's fine now. So guess what? Guess who comes in? Guess who comes in for free? Sack and Smack Cervolen! And let's see, do you go into the Vesperatu? If you go Vesperatu, you lose a lot of health. You lose a lot of health. Himber's his best swap. So does he not have Vesperatu? We can confirm that he's a Milkshake Himber. I want to save Cervolen. Earthquake is kind of free, so I'm going to go in the Barbadger and see if I can just wreck something. So I'm going to get... Do you have... I hope you don't have Rogue. If you have Rogue, I'm screwed. Nope, he plays Dicycle Traps, which... That's fine. I didn't bring Gargolem. Did I? Did I bring Gargolem? I did. So that doesn't matter that much. And I have a Fire type anyway. So, who comes in here? Very important play coming in here. I think he's going to go Vesperatu. I'm going to play Slap. On Vesperatu! If we can get rid of this Vesperatu, we'll be in a very good position. Bang! Lots of damage. Get Vesperatu chipped and we're in a great position. Vesperatu takes a little bit of chip. Honestly, I kind of just want to Spike Rush it, honestly. I kind of just want to Spike Rush it. So that does 40. Current melee attack 356. 356. I think it's the same. I think I'm just going to Spike Rush. Spike Rush. Tons of damage on Vest. Haro will catch the KO. Okay, I see you, Barbadger. I see ya. I see you, Barbadger. I see ya. I see you 1v1ing Vesperatu, and I outspeed it because of the Clay Slap. Awesome. Can't go Metro. Has to go Hember. But I'm forced to Spike Rush. Fortunately, I am forced to Spike Rush. Because there's no other play I have here, because he's going to Quick Punch. Yep, there's the Quick Punch. But guess what? Guess what? Sack and Smack. I outspeed the Himber, meaning I could go into the Cervolen. And I could go for a big old Raging Tackle. And Raging Tackle will 100% KO the Himber. So, Raging Tackle's free here. He does go for Quick Punch, but that really doesn't matter that much. I ain't going to do that much. I will definitely take a lot of recoil. But I have resources. I have resources in the back. I have Adaptive Assault. I have a lot of resources in the back. I just don't know what else he has left. I think Cervolen can cook from him. Eliguana is his last one. What he's trying to do is bring him in. What I need to do is I need to go... Kind of forced to go around Cedar, actually. I'm kind of forced to go around Cedar. Kind of forced here. Because I don't want to take recoil. He might just flash and fillet, but even if he does, I'll be fine. Thunderstrike? Nope, nothing. The best play to do here is to just Muck Blast. Muck Blast is the best play here. Just get a little bit of chip on the Eliguana. If you get Eliguana chipped enough, I should be in range for a win with my Cervolen. And there goes Metro. There goes Metronet. There goes Metronet. So his... What does he have left? Himber is dead. Vesperatu's dead. He had something else. This isn't his last one. No, this is his last one. Okay, so just my last couple times. And just rely on the win. Oh my god, it did over half. Actually, it's crazy that that did over half. And that didn't even KO me! Insane. Insane. And then we just win with... Yeah, we just win with the other guy now. Oh, I got a critical hit. Wow! Well, well, well! Well, well, well! Sack and Smack is pretty powerful! Sack and Smack! Yeah, this wasn't just a Vengeance Cervolen showcase. This was a Sack and Smack showcase. That was... Yeah, hyper offense is most certainly a thing. And that actually got me exactly to 1,300. Exact on the dot. Which is pretty cool. And honestly, I can see why people want Vengeance Cervolen nerfed. It hits like an absolute truck. 110 melee attack, very brawny, 200, 75 power stab with a Vengeance. I can see why a lot of people want Cervolen nerfed. It's actually kind of crazy how good it is. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video of me using Vengeance Cervolen in the Sack and Smack playstyle. And I will see y'all all later. Bye-bye!